Okay, you're recording. Maybe this will come out better. First of all, options, no reflective water, no shadows. Enable images, effects, high quality lighting, 80, field of view 70, view distance 8. Alright, let's make a new game. No zombies at first. And test 1. And test 01. Test 001. Alright. What I'm going to do is, throughout this video, pay attention to the core clock, the temperature, and the CPU power. Alright, here we go. So we're in here. We're in the forest. As you can see, we're running at 1228 megahertz on the core clock. And Fraps is running, and normally Fraps runs at, without Fraps the game runs at 54 to 60 frames per second. And right now we'll bounce in between 40 and normally 55. Because the Fraps is running, it's cutting into my frame rate. And I'll get a little hinge here and there, as you'll see. But as you can see right now, our core clock is at 1228 because I'm around the trees. We're near water, we don't have reflective on. So let me turn this on real quick and let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. Continue last game. And we should see a significant drop in frame rates. I'm now at 1084, 1110 megahertz, 42, 50, 46, 37, 39. Starts to drop. I took it out of full performance and put it back into adaptive because I noticed that it really didn't make a difference at a certain point. But reflective ain't doing too bad, but it does nail down my frame rate down into its 30s. Let me go back in and take that off. It was a lot worse in one video that I did. It actually shut down some things. But let's see, let's go back. We got that off. Let's go back to the same video. Now, some things I want to show is it just don't make no sense because the core clock will clock down worse than it should be when it should ask for power and want more power. Like when I'm here in the forest, you can see the core clock is 1110 and temperature runs around 49, 50 degrees, 52, 53, somewhere. Normally it runs between 50 and 54 degrees. 64%, 65% in power. Still at 1228. Now for test 2. Let's quit the game. Let's go to continue. And let's enable zombies at low. Now these are all original 7 Days to Die files. None of them are altered. None of the zombie files are altered. This is a full integrity through Steam. And I always forget to give myself a gun. Give me some bullets. Alright. Let's get some zombies spawning here. Probably not going to get many zombies out here in the woods. still at 1228. Yeah, this don't really show until you start getting like more than 5 zombies in you know, in your area. Then this really starts to show. Let me fire off a couple of shots. Maybe I can get some to spawn with sound. Like 3 zombies in the area. Yeah, it ain't gonna do it with 3 zombies in the area. I need at least 6, 7, 8 zombies to actually show what happens. Alright, so I'm gonna cut the video here and I'm gonna find a small town with more spawn. Okay, got a small little town here. And we noticed something. If you look at my core clock, when I came into this small little town, it's not the buildings. If I turn these zombies off, my core clock will go back up. My frames per second will go back up. But as you can see, the frames per second start dropping real bad. And my core clock is not pressing at 1228 no more. It's not going up there. It's losing power. My CPU is cooling down. If I go out here to the wooded area, my CPU core clock goes back up. I go back in here where I need more power, my CPU core goes down. Plus the zombies on the map kill it. They're doing something to the core clock. So do the buildings actually. If the more buildings come into effect, they start tearing down the core clock. Now as I'm sitting out here near the forest area, my core clock is staying up. The more zombies that I get in the area, here in the woods, my core clock will start going down. It's easier to show on, we're starting to go down a little bit. Going down to 1084. And I shouldn't lose power, it shouldn't go down. Even though it just recovered, but let me get more zombies in here. Just need us a good old little horde in here. Now when we take these zombies, the sad part is like I was saying, when you get into the town, instead of staying up 1228, as you can see, all the zombies walked over there. Where do you see my core clock at right now? I'm in town. Now we're starting to get zombies spawning in town. There ain't but a few over here. So as you can see, my core clock is still at 1228. But as we run through some of these spawn points and we get some more zombies that pop, you're going to watch my core clock start to come down. And it's already coming down. This shouldn't happen. My core shouldn't go down like that. It should increase. And I really ain't seeing that many more zombies over here. There's one there, one there. We got 3 right here, one coming over here, and my core is not going up. I got trees, I got buildings, I got more open land, and my core clock is dropped. The more zombies that come in, the worse this core will drop. I mean, this core, I've seen this core drop down to 135 megahertz. The more zombies that come in, the more buildings you get around, the more zombies. So like when you go to the city where more zombies spawn, you start getting hordes spawning, your core clock is dropping. This is the major issue I've been talking about. In this little demo here, if I was to raise the spawn rate of how the zombies spawn out around you, how many spawn, and right now normally when you run out in the wilderness you get 3 zombies. If I was to turn it up to say 25 zombies, it's really going to drop in the woods. Your core clock will drop. And this is the thing I'm trying to figure out, is why the core clock is dropping when it needs more power instead of increasing or staying at 1228. We've dropped the 1084 right here. And I'm just in a small little town. But let's watch the core clock once the zombies get going. And so I can get rid of them. Let me come out of the game here for a minute. Okay, we're going to get back in here and we're going to turn this off. Actually, we're going to turn it to medium. We only had it at very low. So let's turn it up to medium, just medium. Alright. Let's get some more zombies in here. Around. We're at 1084 still. Give us a little noise out here. Where are all my zombies? Interesting. Just make noise. Get some heat going. As you can see, my core is at 967. No, it wasn't the 967. It wasn't the light. Some people say, oh, you put the torch down, it's the light. It's not the light. I picked the light up. I'm still at 967. I got more zombies on the screen now. More in the area, more around on the map. Trying to attract more. The more zombies that come, if I can get a horde out here, it would actually cause my core clock to go down. Core clock shouldn't drop like that. When it needs more power, it should crank up, but some people right now are saying, they'll probably be saying, well, you ain't got that many zombies on the screen, you ain't got that many buildings, your stuff's fine. No, it's not. Let me crank up the zombies a little more. Let's go back in here. Where we got this at? No bad. Alright, we'll leave that like that. And we'll put this on very high. Maybe this will give us some zombies. I know in the woods it would cut it down pretty bad, depending on the level. Alright. I think I found a dead town. I normally don't see this less of zombies in a town. We got two more that came to a little crowd. There's a third one. Where are all the zombies? Got to be kidding me. Wait, this is it? This is all I'm getting? Maybe I'm straggling in slowly. Come on over here. Gee whiz. I can't show what goes on if you all are not coming. Down to 875 hertz. Consider this a small horde. But as you can see, my core is going down. 1 minute it's 1080, as I would need more power because I got more stuff on the screen, moving objects. My core drops. 836, 810. Get yourself just a little bitty horde. In the same spot I was getting 1084, I'm now getting 836. My core is dropping. My temperature is dropping. Now I've got other tests I've stressed with of making huge high rises, and my GPU will go down to 20% during that process. I mean, my power will go to 20% when I get to the map where I made high sky rises. I'll actually have 20% power going to the GPU around 30 degrees Celsius, sitting around somewhere around 400 down to 135 hertz on the GPU. And that's without zombies. That's just buildings. It's like the GPU just dies. They don't do it with other games though. I can play Landmark. GPU core don't go down like this. Stays up at 1280 hertz, and the more stuff. I mean, I run 72 frames per second in that game, and there's a lot more voxels to it than just a couple of buildings and some mesh and some trees. But something in DirectX or something's causing that core to clock down. As you can see, with the zombies in the area, my GPU core is 849. This ain't many zombies. But let's do something here. Let's get rid of them and see what happens. And the best way to do this is to turn them off. I'll have to kill them, of course, because the game don't actually get rid of them. So let's disable them. And we'll kill this little bunch off real quick, and we'll watch the GPU core go up as they get off the screen. 797. There ain't no more around. Ooh, my gun's about dead. I was wondering why it was not one shot killing. Hey. There we go. Now as you can see, my core starts to come back up. As the zombies are dead and there's none around, the core goes back up. Now isn't that funny? Shouldn't be doing that. Should have went up higher and stayed up and went up to 1288 and stayed at 1288 whenever I had the load going down. If I go back out here in the woods, my core goes up. I get more power, and if I pull the zombies out here, the only reason I'm in the city area is because you ain't getting enough zombies, and I ain't got enough time to sit in this video to watch a horde show up, so I don't like using DM tools because it causes conflicts whenever you turn them on. But I might do it just for the heck of it. Hopefully I don't get a conflict. Alright, we're running at 1288, so we'll spawn a little group of 25 of these guys. Alright, got 12 zombies in the area. $11.37. GPU core went down. So let's see what happens when we spawn some more. Ooh. Kill the frames per second. 1163. See, I should be actually going up to 1288 and more, and my card should actually go to overclocking, but it won't. It's just going to keep tearing itself down. 954, 836. Now let's kill them off. And let's see what happens to my core. So much lag. $810, 836. Still at 836. $941. Ooh, some of them can't be killed. Almost forgot about that. One of them you spawn with the DM tools is non-killable. Alright, let's see if logging out will kill them. Wow, that zombie looks like he's got the mocap animation in him. He's dead or something. But as you can see, we're back to 1228. And it's not because I came out and started back. That looks awesome. You like me, don't you? Come on. But the core's dropping from zombies. If we go back in here, and I'll make sure I don't spawn the exact same ones again, so we'll do let's do 25 of these. 810. I'm down to 810. Now let's kill them off. Let's see what happens. Keep them bunched up here. $875. $1084. $1137. $1228 with just a small little group. We got 5 zombies. 5 zombies, you can keep your core up. Anything more, it dies. This is what I was trying to explain before when the core would drop. The downclocking of the core. And it shouldn't drop. The temperature shouldn't drop. The power shouldn't come down. But it does. And when you take it to a city, let's see, where did I spawn? Spawned way over there, so I'm gonna pause this and run over there real quick where the city's at. Okay, here we are, we're in the town. It's week a minute, 1084. Flying around. Zombies are still off. 1084. Frames per second are pretty good. If I ain't got fraps running, I normally run between 54 and 60 frames per second. Pretty much everywhere on the map. I dropped just a little bit in the snow biome because of the wintergreen trees. I probably lose about maybe 8 frames per second because of wintergreen trees. But I'm at 1084 megahertz. Not 1288 like I am when I'm in the woods. And these buildings are acting like zombies when it comes to utilizing my core on my processor. That's why when I created high skyscrapers, it tore me down. The more there was, the more it tear me down, just like zombies do. So let's do this test right here real quick. Let's turn the zombies back on. Let's go back down here. Turn zombies back. And get ready to fly because I hate dogs. Alright. Let's get some attention going. And let's watch it tear itself down as we get a couple of zombies. When they're spread out, it don't hurt you much, but when they start coming together, $810. Let me go back over here where they're at. Gotta keep moving so the cop don't spit on me. $9.41. I shouldn't be dropping. Now when you get a horde coming in here, it's going to get worse because your core's dropping. The more zombies I attract, the worse my core drops. And I can prove this by doing this. We're at 810 megahertz already. We got dogs, 915. So alright, let's put some more zombies out here. Let GPU catch them. Frame per second or down, 915 megahertz, when my computer should be going up to handle the load. It's doing the opposite. And this is what everybody is having happen. 810. The longer they're on my screen, the longer I stay here like this, you'll watch that core go down. And I've seen that core go down to 135 hertz. And this is one of the things that has been happening. So let's go over here for a minute. Shut it down. Let's turn the zombies off. Let's go in real quick and kill these off, and we'll watch our core come back up. Now let's get rid of these dogs first. And I know the faster way to do this. Get rid of all the zombies we had spawned. Core went up to 901. We'll leave him. We're up to 810. Where else did I have zombies at? I know I had them all around. Oh Come on. Now let's find them all. I had them spread out. This was my... We're probably still in building somewhere. We're up to 928. I don't have my headphones on, so I can't hear them. As you see, our core clock is back up to 1,084 with the zombies gone here in the city. This was the strangest thing I've ever seen, is where the game's clocking down when it needs power. And the more zombies you got on the screen, the worse it gets. And if you build these buildings up and put more buildings in here, like instead of having all these destroyed buildings, if you were to take them and restore every one of them, you would have so much lag in here, and your GPU core would go down so bad it ain't funny. And I've seen this happen. 875 right here. Why is my core going down even more now? Strange. Back over here. Let's see what happens. Alright. Core staying at 875. It needed 1084 when I came in, now it only needs 875. Now it needs 901. But let's do another test. Let's go out here. Go across the place here and be right back. Alright. We're back. We're in a forest area. Alright, we're at 1228 on the core. So do more testing. Let's go 25 there. Let's go 25 there. And let's see what happens. Let's get your attention. 690 or 967 on the core. 823. So we got 50 zombies here. And my GPU is saying we don't need that much power. Now, remind you, I was running 1288 just being in the forest alone. Now I only need 810. So let's get them all over here. And wow, what a late reaction. But as you can see, my core was coming up the minute the zombies were being killed off. And this was what I wanted to show about this is exactly what I wanted to show. 1228. Here. 1228 on the core right now in this area. Where did I spawn at? I must have respawned in where I spawned zombies way back then. Wait a minute, I do have zombies on, don't I? Alright. Do this again. $12.28, $8.75. Core dropped. So let's just see how much we can drop the core. We got 810. Power to my to my GPU is at 37%. Still at 45 degrees Celsius. Only using 810 on the memory block. On the memory clock. Power went back up. Still 810 megahertz. So wow. You got to be kidding me. That hit me from that high up. But my core is at 836 still. Maybe it'll spawn me nearby. Yep. There's my little zombie family, so let's go finish them off. And then we can upload this video once we see I'm at 797 hertz now with these zombies on the screen. Alright. Now I'm way up there. Get them all? No, I got some of them. Let's keep them in the area. These guys dead? I must have spawned that one zombie again. Yeah, those must be the dead ones. Now look how bad I'm lagging for having DM tools on. Yet my frames per second is still 35 and my core is at 1084. To get rid of that, I have to come out of the game, go back in, where DM's not activated. But yeah, something about zombies, something about buildings is causing the frame rate. Now these guys are considered dead. And there they go, they vanish. These guys should vanish here soon. As you can see, my core's at 1084. Any other zombies around? Maybe it's these guys. We'll wait for this to vanish here real quick. Well, actually, the core's going up. 1120, 1176. See, this is what makes no sense. The core, these zombies are tearing the core down. It just makes no sense. It shouldn't. It should go up. The more load that I need, the more my GPU core should rise and not fall. Now this is something hopefully you can do something with and investigate this, because this is what I believe is actually happening to everybody. Their cores downclocking, trying to go into 2D mode when it should still be in 3D mode and running full blast, because I can run all of the games that require my processor, my GPU, and it'll stay at 1228. Hope this helps.